Sorry about the cutaway there. I had a little bit of a problem with the camera, but I think I figured out a way I can do this pretty well, reliably. So I'm just going to sweep all these over. I probably won't go through the commons, but if I find one I want to mention, starting off with Treasure Cruise, really good. Big deal in Modern right now, actually, when I recorded this at least. Let's move through, get into the uncommons. We have, pick these up here, Abzan Battle Priest, Armament Corpse, or Core, Monastery Swiftspear, that's pretty good, I run it in my mono red deck. And our first rare is a Flooded Strand, which is pretty nice. It's the white-blue fetch land, originally printed in Onslaught, of course, but they have pretty good value right now, because, of course, they're used in pretty much every format. And we even got a foil card, Burn Away. Probably not the most interesting to have, but foil uncommon, so it's not horrible. We'll put those over there. I guess we'll put the Swiftspear over there, too. Move on to pack 2. And if anybody wants to try to map these, I'm not sure it matters, but I'm going to move across each row, and then once I get to the third pile, once I open that pack, I'll move back over to the left and do the next one there. Let's stack these together before I continue on. Alright, Crippling Chill. I forgot I'm not going to go through these. Cancel, always a decent counterspell though. Bit of Revelation. I liked this one. Used it in my limited deck. It was pretty good. Way to filter your draws. First uncommon, Arc Lightning. Horde Ambusher. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, which not exactly the most useful uncommon land, but now we have Ashcloud Phoenix. That's a mythic coming right after a good rare. That's pretty nice. Plains and Warrior card. I have a feeling that pile of pretty much trash cards there is going to get big pretty fast. I assume I can store them in the box there, but it's going to be kind of annoying. Have to get new new set of cards for my new set of holders for my binder too. Go through the commons. Einok Bonkin is way underrated right now. I really like it, but it's not meta, unfortunately. Valley Dasher, it's a unfortunately terrible version of Ash Zealot, but hey, I still use it in mono red, which I actually went 4-0 with it. Pretty nice. Getting into the uncommons, Burn Away. Secret of the Way, that's a pretty good chase common. Warden of the Eye. Here we have Ankle Shanker, which is not incredibly expensive, but I'm sure it's decent in something. Forest and Tips card. Don't need those. Sorry about that. My voice started actually getting a little bit rough. I've been talking all day. Not used to talking this much. We'll need to change hands here. I just saw a little peek of a foil card there. I'm not sure what it was. It wasn't a land, but let's see here. Uncommons, we have Pine Walker, Take Up Arms. That's the 3 warriors. Windstorm, that's a pretty nice card. X damage each creature with flying for X and a green. That's pretty good value if you go against a lot of flying creatures. Good for taking out Wingmate Rocks, I guess. Our rare is a Doom Blast. Pretty good removal. I haven't seen it all that much, but when I have seen it, it's done very well. And we have a foil rare, Karu Lichlord. Didn't you upkeep pay 2 and a black? If you do, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then gets Flying, Trample, and Haste, and then exile at the end of the turn. Not sure why that's not used more. Sadly, I don't think it's worth all that much, even in foil. Then we got Forest and Morph Token. Seems like we've gotten a lot of good rares so far. Rares and foils so far, but nothing insane. like a couple foil fetch lands would be nice, but that's a little bit unrealistic. Dragon Scale Boon, it's pretty nice. For limited, that is, of course. Alabaster Kirin, one of the very few Kirin cards printed. Snowhorn Rider. Our first uncommon is Chief of the Scale. And Become Immense. Delve for +6/+6. Sultai Charm. Then we have an Utter End, which is very good, rare. And a Foil Feat of Resistance, which is... I think that's used in the white-blue heroic decks, which is nice to have, I guess, in foil. Really good pulls so far, actually. If I'm able to sell enough of these cards for a good value, I might even be able to buy another box. I think my retailer sells them a little bit over what's the MSRP, which I think is 100. I think I got it for about 120, which is definitely expensive for a pile of cardboard, but you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for, so. Our uncommons, we have Croissant Grip, which is the Ferocious. You can cast it. It has Ferocious to cast it for Flash. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 in first strike. Kind of disappointing. Abzan Charm. Heart Piercer Bow, which is interesting, I suppose. And an Avalanche Tusker. And Island Tips. Or a Morph token, actually. I guess it's good that I'm getting all these lands, because I actually I'm trying to build Mono Blue Tron and I don't even have enough islands to build it. That's pretty sad. Speaking of building Mono Blue Tron, what do you guys think about the different formats that are going to be you can play as F&M now? I think it's pretty exciting, but I assume other people have different opinions on it too. Are we going to see modern decks that are just for fun and not maybe as much competitive? It should be interesting if modern F&M's still only like $5 like regular one is. Anak Bonkin showing up again. Alpine Grizzly. The Big Bear. Elephants. We got a Refuge. We got Kintree Invocation, which is actually a card that I like. Black and a green, put an XX black green and XX black and green Spirit Warrior, and it's got where power and toughness X is equal to the strongest creature or the highest toughness you control. Mrek Nightblade, Death Frenzy. I used this in my limited deck. It was good, a good board wipe, even in Abzan. Sirach Dragonclaw, another mythic. This is looking like a pretty high value set of sets so far.